At 11:59pm on Wednesday, March the 25th, Alert Level 4 was activated and New Zealand went into an extreme and unprecedented nationwide lockdown. Almost 12 hours earlier, a state of emergency was declared, giving police powers to detain and arrest anyone failing to comply with the requirements to stay at home. As retailers prepared to shut their doors, many Kiwis took advantage of the remaining hours on Alert Level 3 to stock up on goods and entertainment to get them through. Shelves of children's arts, crafts and activities at St Luke's Kmart had been cleared out by parents desperate to entertain confined children throughout the lockdown. But today's message from Ardern was clear.
Stay at home. It will break the chain of transmission and it will save lives. Breaking the rules could kill someone close to you. This plan is our best shot at success. We won't get everything right every time, and we will make changes if we have to. But now is not the time to be relaxed or flexible. We do need tough rules to win the battle ahead. I know how hard this will be, especially for New Zealanders who face the first day of lockdown unemployed and with an uncertain future.
At 6:30pm, an emergency alert via text message was sent out reminding people that, quote, "Where you stay tonight is where you must stay from now on." And Auckland's usually busy roads, normally bumper to bumper at rush hour, were eerily quiet as New Zealand's largest city prepared to shut down for the next month. As dawn broke on March 26, Kiwis right around the country woke to similar scenes, albeit through their phone and computer screens. Although some teething problems were to be expected, day one of the nationwide lockdown had seen very few.
The reports I have had to date is that everything, broadly, is running as smoothly as could be expected at this time. Here we are on Thursday, with our streets essentially empty. That is a remarkable feat, and I want to thank the nation for that.
In general, it appeared New Zealanders were setting into their new normal relatively well. Then, 4 days into the nationwide lockdown on Sunday, March 29, the Prime Minister and the Director General of Health, Dr. Ashley Bloomfield, fronted a thinned-out media contingent in Wellington with this.
Sadly, New Zealand has had its first death linked to COVID-19 on the West Coast early this morning. The death was in a woman in her 70s who had initially been admitted for what was thought to be influenza, complicated by an underlying chronic health condition. This latest sad news reinforces our move to Alert Level 4 and the measures we are all taking to prevent spread, break the chain of transmission and prevent deaths.
Even in light of the sobering announcement, it seemed some had forgotten or were confused by what lockdown meant and how strict the stay-at-home message really was. Police were called to a backpackers in Queenstown to find a 60-person bubble, clearly taking liberties with what the term bubble means.
I've heard today that some people were playing touch rugby and frisbee in parks. That's just stupid. People need to stop doing that sort of thing.
Earlier that day, a website set up by police for the public to report lockdown breaches had crashed within an hour of going live. It has now more than 10,000 reports of rule flouting. On April 1st, the government loosened the testing criteria so that people with coronavirus symptoms but no travel or contact history could be tested. It was a call many scientists had been rallying for weeks, stating more testing was the only way to show the true extent of community transmission.
Today, that group have recommended broadening the case definition for testing. This will widen testing to include people with COVID-19 symptoms, but not necessarily a history of travel or exposure to another case to be tested. I do expect the number of people tested in New Zealand to grow, and it needs to grow.
At the end of week 1 in lockdown, there are a total of 797 cases of COVID-19 in New Zealand. Out of these, 13 are in hospital and 2 are in ICU. 92 people have fully recovered, and sadly, we have had 1 death. There are now 935,000 cases globally, with more than 47,000 deaths recorded. These uncharted waters will be causing unease and anxiety for many, but remember, we are all in this together.